Hello everyone, welcome back to my office. I wanted to show you this. I just got this on Amazon. It's $20. I'll put the link down below because I'm sure once you see it you're going to want one. Look at that. I hope that's completely in the screen. It says, oh my god, it's R2D2. I loved him in Star Trek. And it's a picture of a Dalek. Isn't that great? I'll be wearing that probably on Monday. I hope it holds up. The writing's kind of faded already. We'll see. If I'm crying next week, you know it's because the shirt didn't hold up. But we'll see. I'll put the link down in the description again, in case you also want to get a R2D2 shirt. This is like one of the best shirts ever. If you see me around on Monday, I'll be wearing this shirt. I said that already. I'm going to say it again. So, great shirt. Amazon, $20. I think it was $20, something like that. I'll put the link down below and then you can go find out. So, some news. First thing I want to talk about, because I did a review of the Apple Watch recently. You can see I'm still wearing it. Live Science is reporting on the accuracy of fitness trackers, such as the Apple Watch. You know how I am with science news. Well, if you just read the article quickly, it makes it sound like these things are highly inaccurate, when they're actually not. And the study they link to says they're not. In general, the fitness trackers are very accurate for the things they actually track, such as heart rate, GPS when you're running and tracking on a map and things like that. They're highly accurate for that. I think it's said that of the GPS watches, the fitness trackers they track, Apple Watch actually came out as the most accurate all the way around, by the way. Not surprised. I'm going to put on its wireless charger here. It has all these wires. I don't know if you can see that. Oops, I'm going to drop it. There it goes. Where they are inaccurate, I understand. They track stuff like your position, so GPS, so they can place you on a map. They track how fast you go, they track your elevation, they track your heart rate, those kinds of things. All those things that they track extremely well. They also report calories. And the calorie counts are way off. But they're not tracking calories. There's generic calorie formulas out there, and they just put one on the fitness tracker, and it takes all the actual information it has about you, sticks in its formula, and it spits out a guess. Calorie calculators are always wrong. Anyone that's like actually trying to diet and lose weight spent time figuring that out. But it has nothing to do with the fitness tracker, because fitness tracker doesn't track calories. The software for it has a little formula, takes 4 or 5 variables, plugs it in, and spits out a number. Should anyone ever come up with an accurate formula for calories, they can just do a software update and they'd be accurate. But there is no such thing as accurate formula for calories. It just doesn't exist. So, in the one thing that they don't track, and no accurate means that tracking exists, they are bad. But everything else, they work great. So, again, Apple Watch, according to the study that Live Science links to, and that'll be down below. Was the most accurate, but I think its calorie counts are like 20% off or something. Nobody cares. Because anyone that's actually serious about losing weight and using the calorie counts has already figured that out. So, your Fitbits, your Garmins, your Apple Watches, or whatever you're using, they're actually pretty accurate for the things they actually track. Keep that in mind. this is the story I wanted to get to. Speaking of fitness trackers, there's really no interesting pictures. It's just a bunch of advertisements. This is being reported by, what's the name of this website? The Next Web. Blind people that want to run races usually have to run with a guide. Somebody they hold on to the shoulder to or something like that that takes them through the race course because they're blind. However, they have a new tech out that sounds pretty cool. This guy in Stockholm, let's see, yeah, in Stockholm. What it is it's directional sound. So as if you're running in your lane properly, you hear one sound. But if you move off to the lane to the left or to the right, you hear a completely different sound. And so by listening, you can tell, oops, I'm drifting too far left, I gotta go back to the right. Oh, I hear the right sound, so now I'm steady. And blind people were able to run without guides all by themselves because of this sound technology. We use a similar technology, by the way, to land airplanes on like aircraft carriers and stuff, but we use light for that because pilots hopefully can see. And they can tell by the red and the green and where the colors are now of if they're in the right path to land on runways or wherever they're landing, so they can land at night. So it's the same technology where they use lasers for lights, let them know if they're left or right or up or down, whatever. They can use, I don't know the word for laser, directional sound. That sounds good. Directional sound, so the blind runner knows where he's going, and he can actually run a race without a guide. So I think that's pretty cool. Still working on it, but this guy ran, how far did he run? I don't know, there's a video of him running, and he just goes, shoom. 50 meters. He ran 50 meters without any help from a guide or anything. So that's cool. They're hoping to have it brought into the Paralympics so the blind runners can just run. So that's fun. So speaking of my prop, speaking of R2D2 from Star Trek, in all these sci-fi shows, whether it's Doctor Who or Star Wars or Star Trek or any of them, they always have shielding. You know, things are shielded so you can't hurt it. Something we really had significant trouble trying to replicate so far. Turns out that we may have done it by accident. So this is on Science Alert. I saw it on a couple other websites. I'm going to try and enlarge this picture. So see this goofy picture of the planet? You get the pink color and the blue color. Hopefully the color comes through correctly. The iPad's in night mode, so everything's yellow shifted. We use a kind of communication called VFI, very low frequency, VLF. I don't know why I said VFI. Forget that. VLF, very low frequency, and it's great for like we want to communicate with a submarine under the water. It goes straight through the water, right to the submarine, no problem. It'll bounce off mountains and find its way. It's great for all that. Turns out that all these VLFs that we've been sending around, well, relays don't stop just because somebody listens to them on the radio. They keep traveling. And we have formed a shield bubble around the planet with our VLF radio frequencies, and it's blocking the solar wind. We have accidentally created a shield around our planet that's blocking charged radioactive particles from reaching the planet. So this is like one of those instances where we mucked up nature, but did a good job and did it right because it's helping everything that lives down here. So right now we have a shield that's actually pushed the Van Allen radiation belts that are around the planet naturally out further than they're supposed to be. So we've actually bubbled the Earth with this VLF shield. That's pretty cool. Not often that we do something stupid and it works out for our favor. Israel is testing something cool. So electric cars are a big rage right now. You got the supercars like the Tesla and whatnot. And the big problem with electric cars is the same problem we had with gas cars when the gas cars first got started, is range. So when gas cars first got started, you had to, make sure you could drive back to your house because there was no gas stations. Electric cars have a similar problem right now. There's not that many charging stations out there. So, a Tesla gets, I think they said 200 miles to a charge, which means you can drive at most 100 miles because you need to be able to get home so you can charge again. Israel may have solved that problem. It's still being tested, but they're putting conductive plates in the roads. So if you remember the old bumper cars where they had that metal rod that went up and touched the ceiling and it would spark? Well, what that was that's power. Those bumper cars are electric vehicles, and that rod touching the ceiling was driving electricity down the power of the motors. That's how they could stop you from, driving when they wanted to. They just cut the power and boom, you're done. That basic idea, but in the other direction. So a copper plate would be on the bottom of the bus, copper plate in the road, and as they drove over, the power would jump and charge the bus. So the bus would need like a very small battery, just enough to get through if there's a break in the connection someplace. That's it. And it can go indefinitely because the road will be charging it. They're working on setting up I think it's a kilometer road. Not a mile, a kilometer, because it's, not American. Actually, it says starting with an 11-mile shuttle. Okay, it's because an American wrote the article. I'm sure this is an American author. Abigail, I'm sure Abigail's American, that's why it says 11 mile. So, it'd be cool if this works out, because then, we don't need to build gas stations. The roads charge into cars. You only need a small little battery instead of these big massive batteries, which is the problem. You run into this issue where the more battery you put in, the heavier the car and the more power you need to push it. It's a losing game. At some point, your battery is way too much for the electric car to push it. And your efficiency goes way down. So, this is an option. Hope the Israelites make it successful. We'll see. Be something to watch for. Now, those of you watching this in America have probably been to Walmart because that's, the American Mecca. And when you go to Walmart, you get those plastic bags. Well, some of us remember when you used to get paper bags from the food store. And, paper bags break down. You drop them out, if you leave a paper bag in the woods, come back a little while later, it's going to biodegrade and be fine. I don't know why we switched to plastic bags. Plastic bags don't biodegrade. So, you lose one in the parking lot, flies in the woods, and it's out there for hundreds of years. And why don't we just use paper bags? I don't know. Don't remember why we switched from paper bags. I just remember we used to have paper bags, used to cut them, and used to make our school book covers out of them. Can't make a school book cover out of a Walmart plastic bag. Whatever. So, got a problem now, though, because we got all these plastic bags that don't biodegrade, and how are we going to dispose of them? Turns out, this guy here in this picture doesn't look like much in this picture, but this is a caterpillar. It turns out these caterpillars eat plastic bags. And the story about how they found them is kind of funny because these caterpillars live in beehives. So, and they're a problem for the beehive people because they eat the hive. Well, a lady pulled them out of the beehive, dropped them in a plastic bag with a plastic bag at the counter, came back later and saw the caterpillars had escaped because they ate their way out of the bag. She's some kind of scientist. I don't know if it talks about her degrees or whatnot. But because she's a scientist, she's got video of them eating their way out of the bag. You can check that out on Popular Science's website. So we're not, it's early yet, but we may have solved the plastic bag problem that we created when we got rid of the very functional paper bags. By just, these caterpillars that drew down on them. They can eat an entire plastic bag in a matter of hours instead of hundreds of years. So this will be cool. If we can utilize this to solve our plastic bag problem. Now we just got all kinds of other junk to solve, but hey, these caterpillars are gonna help us out. So that's what I got this week. Don't forget, I loved R2D2 in Star Trek. This is a great shirt. I bought it, then found out I'm not allowed to wear t-shirts with humorous sayings on it to work, which is annoying. That's okay. I'll wear it on Monday. There's no work Monday. So check out the links below. Quick note for those of you that read my books. Mage Hunter is now out in paperback. You can go buy the paperback version of Mage Hunter. Hardcover is not that far behind. I'm waiting for my proof copy. I didn't get my proof copy of the hardcover yet. But I did approve it. I even have four copies of Mage Hopper. Maybe that'll be my next book, Mage Hopper. Mage Hunter. And I'll probably be signing and giving some of them away. I still have a box of off camera over there. Paperbacks I'm going to give away. Got a bunch of giveaways coming up. I just really dropped pretty much everything and pushed so I can get Mage Hunter out. And I did start Dragon Masters. So for my Dragon fans, about 15,000 words, around 10% of the book's written. So it's chugging away. I haven't come up with a title for it yet. Some new characters, some old characters. Maybe I'll work a cheeseburger in there. You never know. So watch for that. And until next time, as Grandmaster Fighter would say, may the God of creation bless and keep you.